Man, it's been 10 years since the release of Black Ops 3, and it is still an active space for the community to this day. This game holds a special place in many people's hearts, including myself. It's definitely one of the top 3 CODs of all time, and sometimes I juggle between the top spot 2 or 3 between Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, but it hits the nostalgia and legacy angles almost perfectly. But what made this game so timeless? First things first, I believe Black Ops 3 was widely underrated because there were people who despised this game mainly because it was a futuristic Call of Duty and had tuned jetpacks and wall running. And at the time it was coming off its predecessor Advanced Warfare, in which that game had mixed reception from the community as it was drifting away from what Call of Duty used to be. But they went along with the futuristic feel to be somewhat innovative and different. But since it was the third installment from the Black Ops series, everyone in the COD community was hyped as fuck for this game. But let's turn it back all the way to August of 2015 when the Black Ops 3 beta came out. But ever since then, let me list you the facts. First of all, it was the first ever Call of Duty to have a beta in place. Yes, the first ever Call of Duty to have the fans play test the game months before it even comes out. And it was a huge deal back in the day because a lot of people used to say, why hasn't Call of Duty ever released a beta for all their other past titles? Ever since Ghost and Advanced Warfare, people were questioning the map design and the fluidity of how the game runs, how the guns feel, perks, attachments, you name it. And whenever these Call of Duties came out at launch, the first couple of weeks they always had some sort of problems in hand. But besides all that, Black Ops 3's maps was probably some of the most vibrant and most fun I've ever played in a COD game. Those maps flowed so well with the movement that they had in place. And then when the DLC maps came in place, oh lord. The DLC multiplayer maps in BO3 was pretty much on par with the Black Ops 2 DLC maps that we had. They were just so iconic and so well created. I was praying that those maps were more in the rotation, especially when BO3's life cycle was done. It was pretty much so hard to find matches with your DLC maps on unless you were playing TDM. But then you had the introduction of Specialists, the first time ever in a Call of Duty game. And I remember there was mixed receptions about Specialists. People were obviously excited with the new feature, but also people really didn't know how Specialists would work in the game, especially when people were questioning how broken Specialists will be and the purpose of even having Specialists. Like, people were actually questioning Call of Duty's identity at that point, because they really believe Call of Duty lost it when they added Specialists. However, it turned out to be one of the best things they added into a Call of Duty game. You had Ruin, Outrider, Seraph, Ripper, Reaper, and my favorite Prophet and Firebreak. Yo, stop playing, bro. If y'all told me y'all didn't enjoy having Specialists in Black Ops 3, y'all are tripping, bro. It just brought that extra chaoticness while trying to win a match. And you can deck out your Specialist character like crazy with the help of the black market, in which people have their mixed feeling about the black market. Let's just leave it at that. But then you got the weapon customization, score streaks. Like, pretty much every weapon in Black Ops 3 was viable to use. Yeah, you can say the VMP, Man of War, Razorback, M8, the Dingo. Like, those guns were somewhat easy to use. One of the most popular weapons. Bit on the OP side, but not by a huge margin, really. Like, I like using guns such as the Pharaoh, the HVK, the Vesper, the Kuda, which is one of my favorite guns of all time. And then the snipers. Like, the snipers in Black Ops 3, you had to be a real sweaty motherfucker to be running around, wall running, quick scoping mans in the air. Only a very few snipers can do that, and whenever I got killed by those guys, I'm obviously like, what the fuck just happened? But at the same time, give them my respect, cause I know that shit is hard to do, especially just trying to snipe in general, trying to get the dark matter camo, in which that alone, bruh, stemmed a real fucking challenge. But it was the most fun I've ever had grinding for a mastery camo in a Call of Duty game. Like, remember the P09? That 3-burst sniper? Bro, I swear to God, I was smoking mans with that, bro. Shit was a disgusting sniper. But all in all, it left a good taste in people's mouth with promise and excitement leading towards the release of Black Ops 3, and even when Black Ops 3 was released. But flashback, I remember when they were talking about the beta, and I was just mad excited to play the beta and just Black Ops 3 in general. Like, I pre-ordered the game and season pass with no hezzy, bro. Shit was the best $100 I spent and invested into a game ever, let alone a COD game. Can you imagine saying to yourself that paying $100 for a Call of Duty game was worth it? Like, I couldn't even believe myself saying that, but it was facts. Black Ops 3 was the best game I invested in since... Actually, there's no since. It's still the best game I invested in, period. I even remember when PS4 had a countdown to when the game will be released if you pre-ordered, and I'd look at that non-stop, just kept fueling the excitement even more. And then when the game finally dropped, Black Ops 3 did not disappoint. You couldn't catch me on any other game for the longest time. Just an abundant amount of content to do in Black Ops 3. You got the Dark Matter grind. And yeah, it had a questionable campaign, but at least you can run it in co-op, and that was the first time since World at War. Then you got the launch zombie maps, Shadows of Evil and the Giant. Just fantastic all the way through in terms of visuals, replayability, gobblegums, ammo types. And I remember too, no one thought another zombie map would be crowned as their favorite because everyone had love for Kino de Toten. But when Shadows of Evil dropped, I'm like, shit, this map is mad different, bro. This map is mad different. It was just sick all the way through, from the map design, the wonder weapons, the Easter egg, the theme, everything just correlated so well. And it became arguably one of the best COD zombie maps of all time next to Kino. But then you had the DLC. And let me tell you, this is where my BO3 season pass investment came into play. And what I got was one of the best DLC zombie maps since Black Ops 2. Like the Horizon Drag and Revelations becoming iconic zombie maps through its creativity, visuals, Easter eggs. Even Gorod, which I really like, and Zetsubo, which was underrated. In my opinion, they were also visually impressive, creative, but they were all fun to play nonetheless. And shit, the devs knew that the community was in love with Black Ops 3 Zombies until they tripled down and released Zombie Chronicles. The first time ever they released a Zombies pack for the hardcore Zombies fans. And just for anyone in general, this shit was fire, bro. Fire ass DLC pack. And there you had the beloved classics, bringing back Kino, Origins, Ascension, Shangri-La, and all the World at War maps, and pretty much almost all the Black Ops maps. It was just missing Call of the Dead. And if they added that, whew, my god, you might as well put me on the gurney, cause I'm finna have a heart attack if I heard that shit. But at that point, BO3 was at its highest peak. You can even argue that Black Ops 3 was at its highest peak before Zombies Chronicles. Because before this, Black Ops 3 Zombies has gotten so much great reception and love from fans of how fantastic those maps were. And I believe in Revelations, it was the end of the OG Zombies crew as well. So much so that the devs cooked up a masterpiece of the best classic zombie maps in Zombies history. And to this day, people are still streaming and playing these maps whenever I go on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and gain so much recognition and nostalgia whenever you see a creator or streamer playing BO3 Zombies. But the main reason why Black Ops 3 is so great and will probably never die out is custom zombies. The custom map community for Black Ops 3 Zombies is as active as it has ever been. There's just an endless amount of user created maps, but it's just one of the best features that COD has ever allowed into their game. And the maps you had people creating would literally be anything you could think of, ranging from simple survival maps to full-blown story maps with complex Easter eggs to even remastering old Call of Duty maps that we've never gotten in Zombie Chronicles, like Mob of the Dead, Buried, and Die Rise, but also from adding in custom weapons from every single Call of Duty game that you can think of, and adding in custom perks, like custom zombies for Black Ops 3 just has it all. And unfortunately, it's just available on Steam. I wish they can port the workshop feature onto the console versions of Black Ops 3. I wonder why they never did that. But even if they did, there would probably be some complications. But yo, some maps that people created on custom zombies match or even surpass official COD maps in terms of creativity. Just think about that. And there's an endless amount, well over 100 custom maps you can play. And guess what? The best part of all, it's all free. But yeah, in hindsight, all of this gradually has expanded Black Ops 3's lifespan in dramatic ways that I really don't see this game dying one bit anytime soon. With the community support and more creative maps coming in, it develops so much more replayability, and it just keeps the game fresh and more reasons to come back, so long as the community continues to support custom zombies. But anyways, what do you guys think of Black Ops 3 in general? Is it your favorite Call of Duty game? If not, what Call of Duty game is your favorite? Let me know. And yeah guys, thanks for watching, and peace.